Hey Ruckers, what's going on? It's Pat here on the Rucking Nuts channel, and I just want to briefly talk about nutrition. Now, when you do what we do, going long distances, carrying heavy weights, you burn a ton of calories. Like up to 3 times you would walking, because you got to figure if you're carrying a heavy enough pack, you're not just walking as like a 180-pound person. You're walking like a 220, a 240-pound person, which burns more calories because you're using more muscles than just walking. I mean, you're using your chest, your back, you're using all these muscles, your core to keep this rucksack upright, right? So you got to figure you're going to be burning a lot more energy. You should be eating every hour when you're out and about, eating good food that you've eaten before, especially when you're on an actual long distance ruck. Don't eat something that you've never eaten before until you get out there, because then you can have indigestion, upset stomach, all kinds of bad things can happen to you. So just eat foods that you stick with. I usually stick with the outright bar or a Cliff bar or something along those lines, stuff that I've eaten in training leading up to it. That being said, when you're done your training, of course, you want to replace all those calories with usually whole foods, good nutrition, and protein is important because protein, helps rebuild the muscles that you damage while you're out doing these exercises, right? Carbohydrates and fats are the fuel. So is protein, kind of, but it also, has these amino acids in there that rebuild stuff. I went to Costco on the weekend. Now, this is a crazy story because my wife and I went to Costco, not looking to spend a whole lot of money, and we spent a whole lot of money, right? We were walking down the protein aisle, and I just happened to take a look, and I found this, and I had to share it with you. Dimetize ISO 100 protein powder, 100% whey, Fruity Pebbles. Check that out, Fruity Pebbles flavor. 110 calories per scoop, and 25 grams of protein. No real carbs at all, which is nice. It's got, all the other things in there. Leucine, lactose, yada, yada, yada. It has all the information on the back. I'm not going to read it to you. You can look it up. But I want to tell you, I'm a big fan of birthday cake flavored stuff. I love birthday cake flavored stuff. I'm always disappointed by birthday cake flavored stuff. I'm always like, oh yeah, that bar is birthday cake flavored. Then you bite it and you're like, it tastes like freaking chalk. So I was skeptical when I bought this Fruity Pebbles stuff, but then I looked and it's actually it's not a knockoff thing. It's got the Flintstones on it. It's got Post on it. It's an actually endorsed thing, and I got it here, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. It's actually delicious. I've had a friend run out and buy a couple more before they disappear, because Costco, you buy something, you like it, you go back and try to find it, you can't find it. So we've got 4 or 5 of these protein things kicking around. I'm only doing 1 scoop right now. I'm trying to make it last because it's so delicious. But again, nutrition, so important. I mean, do what works for you. You got to factor in all your energy stuff. I know my watch and Strava and stuff like that like to tell me how much energy I burned on the walk. They're not always accurate, especially like I said earlier, when you're carrying heavier weight, you're actually burning more calories than you would just doing whatever exercise you're doing. So keep that in mind. Stay hydrated, refuel, get out there, and as always, get rucked.